Hey everyone, this is Pegasus177 and you are watching How to Be a Modern Warfare 3 Ninja. If you have been following the series so far, we have finished up with the non-DLC maps, and hopefully that gave you some good tips and tricks so you could get out there and get yourself a few ninja diffusers. This week we are moving on to the DLC maps, the first 4 of them, and my favourite map in the whole game is in this one. If Infinity Ward did anything right, they did Piazza. So without any further ado, let's get straight into this now with the first 4 DLC maps. Alright, let's kick this off with Piazza. This has to be my favourite map in the whole game. I know I said Fallen was, but Fallen I meant as in non-DLC. Of all the maps, it has to be Piazza. We'll start off with the A-bomb. If you have a ghillie suit, get up on this box, jump down inside it and move right in behind the plant. Pull off a statue man. This is a great spot because it allows you to watch both staircases and the bomb site at the same time. Now sometimes shadow goes into this corner here. If I was going into this corner, I'd move right up against that little red brick pillar. This way if somebody turns the corner, you can get a quick knife on him. You can also go up on top of this barrel here. The only issue with this is you have to watch that corner over there and you have to be aware of the stairs behind you. You can also move down to the far side of the bomb, closer to your spawn. Not many people use this, but you can go down here behind the wall. Essentially this is more for rush planting and may not be very effective, and if you have turtle beaches you can always come down here to the steps, stand by the pillar, and a lot of enemy will run out past you here. Okay, on the B-bomb you can use all of this flower bed area, but I think a lot of people check it. If anything, I would come down here to this beam. This allows you to see out to the bomb site area and it's probably the safest part of it. Where the shadow comes over here to these steps, this allows them to see the bomb and it is a pretty effective spot also. I used to use this spot, it was inside here in the flower bed. I used to move forward, there's a little gap through where you can see out to the bomb site and you could hear somebody's planting. But my new favourite spot on this map has to be up here on this ledge. Move right into the bushes, let them come out through you and pull off a statue man. Okay, let's move on to Liberation. And we're going to start with the A-bomb. The great thing about this A-bomb site is that it is very dark area. You can get away with most things here if you have a ghillie suit. I like this corner in here. I also like to go over here to these boxes. This is what Nova uses a lot. Move right back in against the boxes and this gives you pretty good concealment. And it allows you to see the bomb. You can also get on top of the boxes. Make sure you move right out to the edge of them and you will be on the lowest part. You can still see the bomb here. Cade normally comes out here to these barrels. Well, I've seen it in one of his videos and this is a pretty good spot also. But another one that you can use, it's an outer cordon spot, is come up into these bushes and pull off a statue man. Now for the B-bomb is kind of particular to defend here. One of my preferred spots is to stand on these sandbags and keep an eye out, just check for the bomb every now and then. You have to watch for enemy that may come through the tunnel, but any enemy that come down to your left hand side will genuinely run past you most of the time. You can come up here a bit closer behind these barrels, or if you want to get even closer again, you can come up behind this trash can. If you want to really take a risk, and I mean really take a risk, you can come up here and you can actually lie right in next to the bomb with a ghillie suit. Remember, the closer you are to the bomb, the easier it is to be defused, but it is giving you more of a risk of being caught, so always be aware of that. Now a little trick you can use, if any of you seen Arcade, and you can get on top of the bomb by one person lying down in front of it and the other person running up them and jumping at the last second. That works on both bombs on this map. Make sure you just stay left of center, and when you plant the bomb, this cannot be defused. It is the same thing with the B-bomb. You can get up on top of it and you can actually get in behind it. Make sure that you are facing into the corner. This keeps the bomb away from the actual bomb site, and that bomb cannot be defused. As you can see here, there's no option for me to defuse the bomb. Okay, let's move on to Overwatch. Now there's not many spots around either of these bombs, but we're going to do our best with them. One that I like to use on the B-bomb is to run up these stairs, get right over here with a ghillie suit and actually lie into this little bush and YY. This is pretty effective, I've used it a lot, and once the enemy doesn't get there quick enough, you will be fairly safe. You can also walk out along this ledge behind the glass. Great thing about this is you can see into the bomb site area. I would normally throw my smoke in around the bomb site and then move in for the plant. Unfortunately I had a flash there, I thought I had a smoke. If the game is after moving on a bit, you can always move over here behind these cardboard boxes. This gives you a good line of sight. And my buddy Surfing Legend XX, if you want to check out his channel, he uses this spot right here. This is pretty high risk, but he's pulled it off, so it is possible. Now on the A-bomb, one of my preferred spots is to go behind this pillar. The only risk from this is that you can be seen from behind, but most people come through that little alleyway and they will not spot you behind the pillar. You can also move right up there against that little sandbag position, but Cade showed me this spot. I didn't ever actually see this being used. You can move off the ledge a little bit behind these warrior coils. You'll obviously have to watch that area and watch the staircase, but you can see down to the bomb site, so it's pretty effective. If you have a riot shield, I think this is a good spot right here, coming right back up against these crates, and you will see down to the bomb site. But you can also go out behind this little pillar, up against the barrier, and the same thing again, you can see to the bomb site. Now I'm going to show you a little trick for the A-bomb if you plant on the site closest to you. Move right in here against these buckets, point up there to where the two red beams meet, throw the knife, and when somebody is defusing the bomb, it will take them out. Make sure you plant on the side there where the two guys are below, and make sure you hit that beam directly. It will hit them every time. Okay, let's move on to Blackbox, the last map. Now Blackbox isn't a map that comes up too often. I normally start off here with a rushing class, like my shotgun, run through this area, praying to God that I don't get shot, and get right up here, and I do my quick class change to my riot shield. I normally put a motion sensor up there. This confuses people to think that it's up top, and they normally run up over their head. This allows you a bit of cover and a bit of protection, and you can see down to the bomb site. Now for a ghillie suit, I would normally stop short of the bomb site behind the little doorway here. This is a pretty effective spot. You can also go in next to the bomb if you want to take a big risk and move right in behind the chair. This is effective, but a lot of people do check that corner. If you want to try something that's a little different, you can come back here on top of this little white pillar behind the chair. But if I was to choose any, it would probably be this side. Okay, and for the B-bomb, my favourite spot on the B-bomb is to jump down here on this little ledge, lie down at an angle, make sure you move right and YY. This allows you to see the bomb site, and any enemy that may come down over your head will actually jump past you. You can also use any of this hedging along the way here. If you have a ghillie suit, lie in next to it and YY. Remember, your head tilts back to the right, so it's probably better to go on the outside, but again, being on the outside means more of a risk from enemy running at you and seeing you on the left hand side like there. So if anywhere, I would move right back here past the truck. This still allows you to see into the bomb site and let you YY, and you're probably a bit more safe. Another option is to come right up here to this pillar. This allows you to see if anybody runs down in front of you to the bomb site, and here if anybody runs down behind. You can do the same here at this wall, or you can face back the other way and it has the same effect. And that's it for the first 4 DLC maps, and hopefully they give you some good tips and tricks, and thanks to KYRxNOVA and Desmond who've been helping me out with the videos. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to try and get the next 4 DLC maps up really soon, and thanks for watching. Like, rate, subscribe, and peace.
Search and destroy.